Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 99 of Factorio with the C-Block mod, where we, I believe, have now finished our Gibbolite chunk production, and are ready to try and sort it into stuff because we need the aluminium. So these parts are done, at least for now. We might find out that we can't figure out our ratios anymore and then put them back in, but for now this should be good. So we need to sort it in 16 sorters. Also, we need sodium hydroxide, and we're not currently producing that. But we can just split saline water for that. And I guess that's the best thing for now, at least. So yeah, we need that somewhere. Are we gonna do that locally though, or are we gonna put these two sodium hydroxide on a belt and then possibly use it for other stuff as well? I'm not entirely sure about that. So we will have to figure that out. But I guess we can do the other parts first. Mainly the sorting. So yeah, let's do that. Now where do we want to put all this? I'm not sure if we actually need this catalyst belt to go any further. Below this we might need better catalysts, but well, for now let's just run it. You never know. I think I planned all this with enough space that we can have other catalyst types anyway, so it should be fine. Now let's just have a look at the sorting for the chunks. And as always, we're just gonna make a design first and then decide on where to put it. Where are my sorters? Right here. I guess just so much, dang it, so much easier to do designs if we just actually put them down. So I'm not just gonna do that and not worry about it being slow to pull it back up. We have 3 belts coming in. Can just do something like this with 1.5 belts on the outside. And then have the outputs on the inside. It is 5 different outputs though. Which makes it a little tough to do. Should just design one side to begin with and then mirror it. So if we have 1.5 belts of this in, so that's 2 belts already. And I guess these are half belts and these are half. If we do half of this setup in first, then this is only 1/4 of a belt and a quarter and a quarter. But I would like to not really mix any of it, I feel like. We could also just put everything onto the same belts and just put it into a warehouse and sort it from there. Do I have loaders in this playthrough? And if I don't, should I have? I do not. I actually pretty much want that when you do recipes like this. It's just a nice way to sort it. And honestly, I think I'm just gonna install that between episodes. So I will be designing everything for having loaders. Let's just say that. So 1 belt of this in total, 1 belt of this. 3.5 belts of output. 3 belts of input. Maybe we should just have the input in the middle actually. So we don't need to split that into 4 belts. And then so 16, 32, 48, 56. That's 4 belts in total, so 2 belts on either side of this. 2 belts for each half of it. Should be fine. And that's pretty easy to mirror. So yeah, let's do that. And let's just get a pair of these on both sides. How much in and out of each of these machines? 6 in for every 1.5 seconds. With a crafting speed of 0.75. I cannot calculate in my head what sort of output or input that means. But we have a calculator right here. So 1.5 divided by 0.75. Let's just clear this. 1.5 crafting time divided by 0.75 crafting speed is 2. So it will take 2 seconds, and each 2 seconds we need 6 in, so that's 3 per second. And we will need 7 out. So that's 3 point something. 3.5 per second. And that is both more than 1 insert, I think, even if we do regular stuff. Yeah. It is. So I'm also considering if we should split this up into more than just having one with 16 sorters. That will be a somewhat long setup. Something like this for inputs. And for outputs, I guess. And outputs need to be balanced, so let's do that. And then at some point we need to prioritize the outer build. This is at least scalable. Did I say 16 machines? I did. If we split it into 2, it won't be any longer than this, which seems to fit a little bit more or better with this road setup. If we did that, we only need 1.5 belts of input. And I guess 2 belts of output in total, so we get rid of these outer belts. Something like this. That's pretty neat. And then we would have to duplicate it for 16. And of course that means we need our output to be, or input to be split into 4 belts again. So that's fine. And that is fine. And then we need to collect our outputs at the end somewhere in a warehouse. Let's remove this for now. And then we need to do something with the slag. And if we're gonna have a warehouse here anyway, I don't have a warehouse, but if I did, it takes up some space, and next to that we might as well do some slag processing into crushed stone and then into mineralized water and clarify that. So yeah, that should be manageable, I think. This is outputs, right? So we would have loaders here and we would have a belt of other output coming in. Maybe here. Something like this. And slag again is just, no, this is not slag. This is just the crushed stone, but we can just crush the slag, put it into a liquefier, and put that into a clarifier. It's just how much we need. That is the question. If we do ingredients and slag, am I blind? Please give me. Is it because? No, not that one. I needed to do product. If we want to crush it, actually from the end we want to do mineralized water void. Make this from crushed stone and this from slag. And then we do by input. I think we have 16 of this per second, or 15 in our case, I think, because this is scaled down. Let's just double check. Yeah, 16. That is rounded down to 15. So let's just say 15 here in case that it lessens the machines. It doesn't. So 8 crushers, 2 liquefiers, and 2 clarifiers. If we want all of that to be below or within this line, think that should be possible. I don't have any clarifiers. Liquefiers, yes. Do we have crushers? No. So this fits in. And a liquefier fits in there. We need water in, and I think that's 4 of these. Yeah, it probably is. 300 water in. That's 5 in total, 5 groundwater bores. So we only need 3 per one of these. Do something like that. We're gonna have a full build of this for each liquefier. Spells need to be input. Can we fit 4 of these in? No, we cannot. That's a little bit annoying. If we could rotate all of this to fit in here or something, then we would have enough space. But then we can't keep within this confine. Be 3 wider. Bad. Could reduce the length of this a little bit by doing that. So now we have the space for 3. But that's still not good enough. Could, of course, do something in here instead. Can we have nice straight lines, please? Thank you. We only have half, well, 1/4 of the slag out here actually. We have another 1/4 on each of those belts. And that needs to be handled as well. Why is this all the way out? Because I wanted loaders here, I guess. But this doesn't output. Too close here. There's 2 different loader mods. One that is just 1 tile and one that's 2. And I'm not sure if this would work with the 2-tile one. And maybe that's fine. Maybe we just do it out there. Just makes it a little bit harder to input from the side, because then we can't have the belts coming in here. That would be nice, obviously. Can also just move these inserters, of course. So I think I want to do something like this. And then we could try and move this in, or we could just use some more space for the crushing. But still, how are we going to do it? If we need 4 crushing on each side here. The space for this if we use all of the space. We also can fit everything in there if we wanted to. Might have to output some of the slag from here, because again, these 2 belts will have slag. So that needs to be put in somewhere. I'm thinking that this will be our crushed stone output, and that's just loaded into there, or we do something with inserters. I'm not sure about that yet. Maybe we should actually just get the loader mod right now. Let's do that. Let's call this 98.5. Sure. Mods. Loader. And let's just go by downloads. Mini loader is the 1 tile thing. For some reason I feel like that's a little bit overpowered. And I mean 2 tiles are as well. Just gonna go with these, I think. Do we need anything for that? F-leap. Do we have F-leap installed? Apparently not, but that should be installed along with the other stuff, right? For some reason I'm confused about that now, but it shouldn't be. That should all be done. And F-leap. This one, right? Yes, okay. So if we just confirm that. Good. Hopefully there's nothing discriminating on my desktop. There shouldn't be. Good. Do we have loaders already? No. Loader. Wait, we do. I am just blind, I think. Oh, they're not managed by Bob's Logistics, I guess. So I have these. Can do a lot of stuff. These will just have to move. These could also just input directly into this. Why am I doing this? Let's keep it as it was. To the right. Power there. What's there? And similarly up here, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Or maybe we are. Let's go grab some more stuff. I just want to get rid of this first though. This. So we need more stuff for these, and it's just green circuits and iron, basically. And we need a warehouse. Have we automated those? Let's hope so. Oops. Alright. 10 each, so that's enough for 40. That should be plenty for now. It's as if we automated them. Dear. Apparently didn't automate them. They should be in here if we did, I think. Automate? Yes, that should be pretty easy. So, iron, stone, brick, and steel. Stone, brick, and steel. How about our iron then? Guess we can just do that like this. And that's gonna take a while, obviously. Which is fine. Maybe 2 stacks? Sure. And I needed something else, which was just to make more of these. It requires more iron. We will come back for more of those in a bit. I just need to get my loaders going. And we need a few more inserters then. Let's just stop there. Anything else we need while we are here? Probably, but I can't. I don't have an idea right now of what we need. So let's just grab hopefully some warehouses and get on with it. Actually, I just need the one, so let's go back. Really want something to be able to move faster here. So maybe we should install an airplane mod as well. This will only be slag. These will crush slag. Space though for inserters. We can insert into this directly if we wanted to. And then we'll go underground the rest of these. Wait, this is supposed to be crushed stone, right? Not the slag. For these we can input the slag from this belt. It should work just fine. Just need to get it from here though. To output the crushed stone. Needs to be balanced somehow. But this as well, because it is 15 per second that we need to input there. Guess we can do something like this. And then directly inserting from there. I think we're gonna have too few inserters in any case for all of this. We should probably see it work first. We can just expand it a little bit in this direction. We're not gonna fit within the old fuel line anyway. Do we want to move this and see it work, or do we want to fully design it first? I know, tough question. We have half a belt of slag, so we have enough inserters, I think. It's the output that's a problem, because we will need to output 15 crushed stone from these 4 machines with 4 inserters, and that's just not the greatest. Maybe we need to do something about that. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode, so thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.